So I just finished listening to The Alchemist. The book wrecked me because I saw myself in that story. So Cliff Note version for those who have not read it. It's about a boy named Santiago, and he leaves his comfortable life to chase treasure that he saw in a dream. So he crosses deserts and faces huge setbacks, and he learns these deep spiritual lessons. And in the end, he discovers the treasure was never in Egypt. It was buried right under his feet where he started. But he had to take that journey in order to see it clearly. And I feel like for decades, I laid myself down on the altar of motherhood because I believed that only a full sacrifice of self made me a good mom. And I feel like I gave every part of me, my body, my time, my dreams. And then one day I woke up and this ache came rushing in. And if I can be vulnerable, I felt some resentment, not towards my kids, but because I had no idea who I even was anymore. There was not a single thread of me that I could trace back to. And so I went on this journey, and we could call it a midlife crisis if we're being real. But for a year, I said yes to literally everything that was offered to me. And it was kind of like a means of rediscovering myself. I applied to grad school. I got a master's degree. I went skydiving. I traveled the world teaching business and leadership principles. And I honestly sat at tables that I'd never even dreamed I'd be invited to. And I thought if I could achieve enough, I would finally start to find myself and feel valuable again. But it was in those rooms full of power and money and polished agendas that God gently whispered to me, "You're chasing your treasure in Egypt, but the treasure is buried under your own roof." And you guys, he was right. My greatest influence will never be in a boardroom. It's in my own home. It's rocking my baby to sleep at night. It's lying in a bunk bed laughing with a teenager late into the night. It's reading fairy tales to toddlers. The Alchemist says that the treasure is often found where the journey began. And for me, the treasure was buried under years of dirty laundry and homeschool lessons and date nights with my husband. And it was buried in that quiet, unseen, sacred sacrifice of motherhood. So now I refuse to sacrifice my family for my personal growth and development, but I also refuse to sacrifice me and myself and all that God is calling me to become on the altar of motherhood. So I'm still pushing outside of my comfort zone to grow into the woman that God created me to be. I'm still becoming, but grounded in an eternal knowing that my greatest mission is right here within the walls of my own home.